special on our hands with Black Ops 6. I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive.
Our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government, branding anyone who resists as traitor.
Like an action hero.
No turning back now.
Step of the narrative. We're giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it's all set.
Something you should see.
As our through line in our story. In this new chapter, he's been pulled from the field behind a desk or on the other end of a radio. His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass. Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue. Without any of their usual resources, they have to build their own team. Characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius, and Savati Dumas, a mysterious assassin. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months.
One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino. We aim to take and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the free. Also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences, and we think play levels to see them all.
Guns blazing, or take a stealthier approach.
Line them up right, you can take them both out with one shot. Nice and quiet.
We've continued to push on what's possible in terms of your enemies will be relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels. They'll cut off escape routes, push on players' location, and force them to think on their feet. A variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Look alive, people! They know we're coming!
In contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's unlike any past mission in Call of Duty. And what the player does in this space is totally unexpected. And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
Universe. RCXD, tranquilizer trap, adrenaline stim, homing knife, disruptor.
You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War. But this time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside. What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s. This brings a lot of intrigue to the safe house and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the safe house experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline.
We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty. And with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely new global system we call Omni Movement. This unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range of motion.
From the beginning, we started and then realized people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you could slide in any direction, do all the on-the-ground movement and everything else chaining together.
It's really been something that changes how you think and play the game. We truly believe that once you intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories: sprint assist, mantle assist, and crouch assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really starts to be able to engage with Omni Movement and live out their own action hero fantasy. We looked at other genres like racing games where they have these great braking, and we really love the idea of taking that thinking and dial in their preferred setup. React when taking damage or dying. Enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit. Movement and reactions are connected to the world based on their choices. I call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's gonna dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We're constantly looking for opportunities.
Take cover!
To have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're
that are brand new to the franchise. Our heroes are rogue operatives, and they operate outside the normal play, and it allowed us to pull a unique mix of weapons. We made sure to deliver dozens of unique attachments for every gun, and this allows the players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine, all while maintaining the run.
Impound our effects in realism. We find the timing, then riff off.
The Black Ops, from the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a clean. For the first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs. For instance, streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe you want your HUD centered so you don't have to look away. Want to play hardcore? Not only does the HUD awesome. As players track that elusive challenge or target their next level unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end experience.
Early on with Black Ops 6, we've pulled the best of the best from past Call of Duty prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding again. Black Ops 6 will have 10 prestiges, peacock your status. Players who make it through Prestige 10 aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels to climb through and a classified reward to uncover for
change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and counters at objectives for the win, or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team. All of our weapons, gear, and game mode, which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6.
Players like, what do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium size, like better for hardcore.
Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite streamers get and ready to jump into. We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing open beta coming up this fall and into launch. And it's not just about launch, bringing a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about.
The most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems, and content plans, and repeatedly asked how something could be better. In some cases, movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move. In other cases, it lets across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on from movement to shooting to foot of round-based zombies. There is so much more to share across